Hello and welcome. My name is still Isiaku Isa Binta. Yeah, and today's Thursday. Thursdays are for thrillers and true crime only. Welcome to your favorite true crime channel. Yeah, so every Thursday I get together with you and I tell you all of these true crime stories, stories that did happen, real stories, real pictures, real people, the whole shebang, right? So if it seems like something you might like, just stick around. Maybe at the end of this video, you'd find a reason to follow me, okay? Yeah. So before I go further, I have to give you a little disclaimer. This video is not at all for children, 18 and up only. Because we are talking about a lot of things that are not suitable for your kids or for anybody's kids, for that matter. So viewer discretion is advised. I'm not going to get tired of saying that. Be discreet, okay? So this video was compiled using just public records. So you and I, we could both, check it out. If you want to fact check something or get more clarity on whatever, please do so. You know? Yeah, so we do not applaud or support any of the things that I will be talking about today. Today is a very, I don't know, I would say it's a very funny story if a lot of people didn't lose their lives. Oh my goodness, I have nothing to say. I have no words. Just stick around, okay? Let's get into the video.
Eliot Rogers here. I'm just sitting in my car right now after watching that beautiful sunset descend beyond that hill up there. Enjoying a nice vanilla latte. I've been doing a lot of thinking about how sad and unfair my life has been. All because girls haven't been attracted to me. I've had to rot in bleak and sad loneliness. I mean, you give a chance to all these stupid, obnoxious guys that I see you walking with, but you don't give a chance to me.
So, Eliot Rogers. Eliot fancied himself the supreme gentleman, the perfect gentleman. He grew up in a very, very rich neighborhood in the United States of America. He actually grew up in the center of Hollywood. So all of these A-list celebrities we see on the TV, those were his neighbors. His parents were stinking rich and they were spoiling him. He was the only kid, so of course they were spoiling him. He had the best of everything from private schools to all of that, all of the whole rich people shebang, he had it. So safe to say he grew up having almost everything he wanted, financially of course. At the age of 7, his parents got a divorce. Eliot said that affected him tremendously. He wrote in his journal that, this is the point where his life took a turn. He hates everybody, hates the world and blah blah blah. His dad married a younger, finer woman. Eliot didn't want his stepmom. He was so pissed off. He wrote in his journal that he wished he could unalive that woman. He hated her so much. Now, Eliot, fast forward, he's now 22 years old. He was in the university, he was in college and all that. So he grew up into a fine gentleman. He was dressing well, and then because, he's quite smart because he had all of the private tutors and went to the best of schools and all that. So you would think that Eliot had a pretty good life and feeling pretty good about himself. Of course not. Now, Eliot had never had a girlfriend. He's 22 years old and had never had a girlfriend. And according to him, that is unacceptable. 22 years old is not old enough for you to start worrying, but Eliot, being a 22-year-old virgin, was unacceptable. He was like, I'm the supreme gentleman. I am handsome. I am rich. I'm sophisticated. I'm well behaved. I'm well cultured. I come from a good family and I dress well and all that. So why are girls not attracted to me? Yes, he really did say that. There was a point he decided, let me rebrand myself. Maybe then girls will like me. He changed his car to a very expensive BMW. He changed his clothes, only designers, the best and best of designers. He changed his haircut, he bought designer watches, and all that. He changed his style, thinking now his money is going to attract all of these females. Being rich without having any kind of personality is just insufferable. So you guys should take note. Money isn't really everything. Anyways, so now he decided that since I've done all of these things and girls still don't want to date me, I hate the world. he decided to actively hate couples, hate beautiful girls, because Eliot didn't want average girls. He wanted tens. He wanted the prettiest of the prettiest of girls. I mean, me and you know why he's single now, right? Because he's an egos, egotistical maniac. So who'd like him? Anyways, Elliot was pissed at the world. He went to, if he goes to like a cafe now and he sees two couples, kissing or whatever, he's going to cuss them out. There was a time he poured hot coffee on these two couples. Yes, he was that pissed. He was that pissed. So he would go to his Facebook. He had a Facebook vlog, normal vlog. He posts things he eats, what you this and that. He likes taking videos of himself and posting online. So he would always be bashing women and be like, women are flawed. They don't know what they want. Look at me. I'm this. I'm this. I'm this, and they don't want me. But I've seen guys that are not half as good as I am, or rich as I am, or handsome as I am, and they have the prettiest girls. So girls are dumb since they can't see that I'm such a catch and whatever. That was unhinged, right? But the comment got worse. He started talking about the day of reckoning. I mean, me and you hear the day of reckoning, we think of Armageddon. He was saying that the day of reckoning is coming and all of you are going to regret, what you've done to me. And what we have done to him is not him not having a girlfriend, as if it's anybody's fault. He was writing all of these hate comments on Facebook to the point that some of his Facebook friends reported to the police. When the police came, they knocked at the door. Elliot came out and they were telling him, your Facebook friends said they were worried about you. Like, are you suicidal? Like, do you need any help? Is there anything we could do for you? Elliot put on his brightest smile. He was like, no, of course not. I was just blowing off steam. I was just joking. It's nothing serious. I'm okay. Now the police looking at him, he looks okay. So they were like, yeah, I guess you're okay. Take care. And they left. If they had followed Elliot into his room, they would have found a plethora of ammunition and guns. He was hoarding them. He was hoarding them. But they had no legal rights to be inside his home anyways. So yeah, the police left. Now, the day of Armageddon, aka aka the day of reckoning, according to Elliot, has come. So Eliot Rogers started with his own. Yes. So he took to the streets in his BMW. Now the idea is this: he's going to run over any beautiful girl he sees or any man he sees with any girls. He's going to just run over them. Now his aim is to annihilate a lot of people, like as many people as possible, and then he's going to do himself next. Crazy. So he wrote this manifesto, very long manifesto, saying the whole thing, girls never wanted me and I'm so pissed and the world is so unfair to me and all that. And this is speaking from a guy that had a very privileged upbringing. He was like, the world is so unfair to me. I can't look this way. I'm 22 years old. I never had a girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so now I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do that. Now he sent one of the manifestos to his parents, kind of like a letter, and then one he posted it on his Facebook. Now his parents didn't get the letter on time. If they did, maybe they could have stopped earlier, but they did get the letter and they called the police. They were like, yes, my son is a danger to people and himself. This is his name. This is the kind of car he's going to be driving. So the police started looking for Elliot. Now, Elliot was on a rampage. He was on a rampage. He wanted to go to this sorority house and go and shoot up all the pretty girls. Yes, he wanted to do that. When he got to the gate, the door, he knocked and knocked and knocked. And fortunately for those girls, well, fortunately for them, they didn't open the door. Maybe they were not in or whatever. Now, Elliot took to the street. Any beautiful girl he sees, he does what he shoots. Yes, he even ran over some of them. He ran over some of them. He was just, there was no end to this thing. He was willing to like take a lot of people with him if possible. Now the police found Elliot. They were trying to flag him down, hey, wait, wait, wait. But of course he wasn't going to wait. So he started speeding up. The police were following him. It was a high speed chase. They were following him and following him. And Elliot, whilst he was running from the police, was still looking for people he could run over. Amen. Talk about delusional. Well, Elliot crashed his BMW. There was no way to go. He couldn't run on foot and his BMW is wrecked, so it's not going anywhere. So Rogers decided, I've dealt with the world enough, they would never forget who I am. And so he put the gun to his head and unalived himself. Now, after all of his rampage, six people were no longer alive, and a plethora of people were wounded, injured. Okay, now it's time for the education part. Do you know what an incel is? Because I didn't know until I started researching this case. An incel means an involuntary celibate. Yes, involuntary celibate, incel. It just means that a group of men, and there are a lot of them, very fascinating. A lot of men come together and say, I want girls, but girls don't want me, so I'm pissed. So let's create a group and hate on girls and the boys, the kind of boys they choose. Yes, that's what an incel is. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You could Google it. It's so cringe. Yeah. So he was said to be the king of the incels because he's actively, bombarding them with all of this things about how he hates women and whatever. He was a very livid human being when it comes to couples. Now now, after Eliot did all of this thing, this unfortunate thing, the incels were very proud of him. They started calling him the king of the incels. Like he wasn't all talk. He actually went and did it, and they were so proud and all that he's the supreme gentleman and what have you. And they were so proud to the extent that a few of them went on to imitate him. Like they did the same thing. They did the same thing that Eliot did. When I was researching this case, my mouth was like, Gabe, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like these guys, all of these guys, they're not ugly. If you look at them, they're not ugly. They're in good shape. And like Elliot will say, he's rich and he dresses nice and he's well cultured, a gentleman and whatever. Now, why are they not getting girls? Because they have wacko personality. It's like they have a girl repellent personality. So egotistical and so full of themselves and all that. And they won't come out and talk to girls. They want girls to come and talk to them. In what world do they live in? And then when girls don't do that, yes, the whole world hates me, so unfair, and I'm going to unalive everybody. Could you just imagine? This is this is diabolical on another level. This is diabolical on another level. This is the end of this video. Before I go, I'm going to play you a clip of, Edward Rogers in his voice, telling you, preaching his, sermon.
It all has to come to this. I'm 22 years old, and I'm still a virgin. I've never even kissed a girl. You forced me to suffer all my life, and now I'll make you all suffer. I've waited a long time for this. I'll give you exactly what you deserve, all of you. All you girls who rejected me and looked down upon me, and all of you men for living a better life than me. All of you sexually active men, I hate you. I hate all of you. I can't wait to give you exactly what you deserve.